Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this ever even goes live, I'm not even sure. But today is Thursday and it is weighing day, and lo and behold, the same as all other weeks, well, for the past month really, maybe even longer. I've been absolutely terrified about going and getting weighed, if I'm going to be quite honest. So I am doing Slimming World and this is my week 17. Each day, well, I'm not saying each day really because I don't video every day, but each substantial thing that happens to me, I'm trying to record a little bit for myself so I can actually think about what I'm doing a little bit. What I do watch them back, it does make me think back about myself, where I've been, where I've come from, and how I'm going to move forward and how I'm going to improve and things. So that's basically why I make my videos. So week 17, that on itself, I'm trying to congratulate because I'm quite hard on myself. As an individual, I'm quite critical, so I generally focus on the stuff that I've done wrong, how I've failed and what I've got to do to improve. I don't know why I'm like that, but I tend to be. However, I am trying to learn to be a little bit kinder to myself. So overall, first off, I'm going to look at the fact that 17 weeks, that is like 4 months. 4 months I've been on Slimming World and I have lost I think there's 1 week out of the 17 that I have gained weight. But all the other weeks I've lost, which I think is pretty good. That is good for me anyway. Like, other people can have whatever views and opinions they want, but for me, that is actually pretty good considering that I've been a yo-yo diet my entire life. Getting to week 17, I am reflecting back and thinking, do you know what? I'm over 4 stone lighter. And I have actually now started to see a change, and I actually quite enjoy this eating plan. I'm quite enjoying, I'll start from the beginning. So after I got weighed last Thursday, I went to work and did a late shift, came home, got in the shower, got up the next morning on Friday, and we had a planned weekend away. So this week I have had to deal with going away and socialising and not having everything to hand. So we've got a camper van and we went away to see our friends Karen and Craig. We've stayed with those to have a nice weekend with friends, but actually they have helped us out massively by helping us upgrade our camper van because she's quite an old lady and we want to be able to travel a bit more, me and Oliver, now that the kids are getting a bit more grown up and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, that's like a whole different genre. So we went up to North Yorkshire on Friday. We went up there. I packed us some fruit and salad. I'd prepped actually quite well, thinking this is what I'm going to do. I'm not saying I'd not got it in me that we were going for a meal a little bit because we planned to go to his Chinese, but I packed myself up a ton of little salads with cottage cheese. I put some extra cottage cheese in, some corn, which is free, a ton of fruit, and some hi-fi bars. And I thought, do you know what, through the day, because we were staying there all weekend, that will last me out, and the bits of wobbles outside the plan I can kind of manage, and it were a bit damage limitation in trying to be all prepared. Lo and behold, does it echoes like go to plan. So we went up on Friday, we ended up going out with Karen and Craig. We didn't start any work on the van. We went shopping because I forgot my shoes, so I got a new pair of Birkenstocks, which Oliver bought me, which I really like. I love Birkenstocks, I think they're really comfy, but the ones that I've got are like for day to day. And I wanted some that were just like a brown or a black leather because then I can wear them with dresses and stuff. And I'm not saying dressed up by any extreme, but do you know something that I could like wear that's a bit more dressy? So he bought me a pair of Birkenstocks. We went back to the van, got changed because I were in like my van gear. I've got like these, I'm going to say dungarees, but they're more like a romper that I wear that are really comfy. Put my new jeans on, which I'm not sure I've even uploaded about them, which I'll speak about those in a minute. And we we stopped off at a pub, and I don't know what it is with me. I've got a bit of a problem. Like, when I'm socialising, I feel like a huge amount of pressure to eat and drink. And I feel like other people are really obsessed with wanting me to eat and drink and not stay on plan. And I don't actually think that's the case. I think that it's probably more in my head and something that I need to work on. But I just feel really socially awkward, and I'm a bit of a people pleaser. I don't like to make people unhappy. I really like Karen and Craig, so I don't want to make them unhappy. So I thought a white wine spritzer, so it's not got as much alcohol. I'm not a big drinker anyway, I'm not really bothered. So I had this white wine spritzer anyway, which was really nice and refreshing. It were a bit of a change, but it didn't actually stop there. We then went out that evening for a Chinese, and Jesus Christ, it was divine. It's like a set menu that you can pick from. What's it called? Buddha. Oh, something beginning with B. It were in Darlington. Oh my God, if ever you are there, you do actually need to go. You just order bits and bobs or whatever you want, as much as what you want, and like you just pay this set £25. There were some salt and pepper mushrooms that I must have ate about 20 portions of. I had, oh God, what did I have? Some vegetarian spring rolls, some rice, chow mein, prawn crackers with this sauteed dip, which was divine. There were loads of other stuff that I had and I can't even remember. I'm actually probably at the minute when I'm editing this will have been running pictures through. It was absolutely lovely, absolutely, totally and utterly off plan, and I ate absolutely tons, but I really enjoyed myself, and I actually felt okay about that because I'd planned to do that and that's what we were going to do. But then Saturday came, and because our van's been pulled apart, I ain't got any cooking facilities, not even to make a cup of tea. So because we stayed out as well Friday night with a big group of people who again are really, really lovely, and I feel obliged to have a drink if I'm going to be honest and do what everybody else is doing. So I ended up drinking like a ton of wine. I didn't dilute it down with white wine spritzers, but I don't generally drink, but it's absolutely tons of calories. I'd ate loads already. Like, I didn't even like sin how much I'd eaten. I had a lovely night, went back to the van, and we went to sleep, and Karen and Craig obviously went to sleep. They did stay up for a bit longer them actually, but I just can't hack it because I'm getting old. Woke up really, really early Saturday morning because Oliver always wakes me up, and I couldn't sleep properly because the bed weren't set up properly and stuff. And we hadn't got anything for a cup of tea or anything, so we ended up packing the van up because Karen and Craig were still asleep. We went to a car boot and we bought a cup of tea. I bought myself a new silver necklace off the car boot, and it was only £5, which I think is a bit of a bargain, and I really like it. Quite plain with jewellery, if I'm going to be quite honest. We then were starving, and lo and behold, there was a Thomas the Baker's. Now, if you've ever been to a Thomas the Baker's, it's gorgeous, and I ain't ate bread or anything like that for months. So I didn't just go to Thomas the Baker's. I may as well have just ate the entire shop. I had a Danish chocolate orange will that I shared with Oliver. We had bread. We had like these ricotta rolls. I just had loads. I can't even name it all. I even bought some muffins that raspberry and white chocolate, which were divine, and I just gave up this weekend, I'm going to be quite frank. That evening, we went back Saturday and they worked on the van, and then Saturday evening, what did we do? We went to the pub. I ended up having chips and onion rings because actually the vegetarian options were horrendous. Actually, I didn't have a lot to pick from. I ended up with chips and onion rings for starters, which is not, I'm quite a bit of a foodie, I like proper food. It just weren't it's an amazing pub, and the food for meat eaters is absolutely out of this world. Oliver loved it, Karen and Craig do, 10 out of 10, completely. The staff and everything are amazing, and it's a lovely environment. I was a little bit disappointed that there weren't anything more for a vegetarian to pick, really. I think they had carrot and coriander soup, but Craig told me it weren't very nice, and I just weren't really feeling soup. I ended up, for my mains, then having this tartlet, which were okay. I didn't mind it, full of sins, totally off plan, with vegetables. The vegetables were divine at the side. But again, not something that I would have really chosen as a treat, and it's not something that I really wanted. On Sunday, me and Karen went shopping. I ended up having a Greggs sandwich. What else did we do? Oh, and she took me for an ice cream. Now, chocolate orange ice cream, single scoop this was supposed to be, by the way, and it was massive. Yeah, I ate that as well. It was gorgeous. Can highly recommend. Absolutely stunning. And a nice place to stop. They've got like a farm to look round. Well, I say farm, like a few animals. There's a play area for kids. There's like little ponies. The cafe is beautiful. Me and Oliver had stopped over in there on Friday for a coffee. It was just lovely. The van got done and we came back home, and it was an absolutely beautiful weekend. However, it was a weekend that was full of sins and completely off plan. So I got back to work Monday, absolutely exhausted, can I add. I've not really had time to go shopping because I've been away and then went straight back to work. Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to be honest, on Monday, do you know what? Because I'd ate that much crap this weekend, I felt horrible. And it's weird, isn't it? Because usually I would eat that crap and not feel any different, and that'd be the norm. But because I've been eating so much fresh fruit and veg and fibre and all the rest of it, my diet's obviously improved. My body must like it. I was bunged up like you wouldn't believe. I couldn't go to the toilet. I felt bloated, sluggish, tired, dehydrated. Like, do you know when you've had too much salt and alcohol obviously as well? Yeah, I did not feel good at all. So I woke up Monday, and because I felt so rubbish, I had a bit of a detox day on Monday. I just drank water all day while I was at work. I didn't eat anything, if I'm going to be quite honest, and not through trying to starve myself, just because I felt so rubbish. And came home and I made myself this mushroom tagliatelle, all free, all on plan. On Tuesday, I think I made myself, I call them the Slimming World version of Belgian fries. So Belgian fries is a shop in Sheffield that does like chips with loads of sauce and salad on top, and I do a Slimming World version, which I adore. I will actually make that one time and put it on here, because that is, it's like you're eating a treat meal and it's all free. It's amazing. And then on Wednesday, I worked all day. I took myself some fruit and salad to work. I came home and Oliver made me stuffed potato skins with like mushrooms and garlic and herbs and stuff. There was a side salad and some corn on the cob. So since I've come back, I have not been horrendous. However, I'm going to be honest, it's been not that good a week. So off we headed to Slimming World to get weighed. And today is D-Day. That is right, it is weigh day number 17 for me on Slimming World. I am not gonna lie, Jesus Christ, I am so nervous. I don't want to go, and I'm shattered, and I'm just gutted because I feel like I'm gonna put weight on because I've had an horrendous weekend off plan. I am trying this morning to be motivated. I've got my book ready. I'm just going to put something in for Slimmer of the Week. I need to grab my purse and then I'm going to head out. Of course, as usual, every ritual in the morning, I've been to the toilet because, God forbid, I weigh a quarter of a pound heavier. Try my best to save myself on those scales. I've put the outfit on that I usually wear every single week. Does anybody else do that? Not really sure. And I have, what else have I done? Oh, and I've not had anything to eat or drink because I'm getting weighed, so I'm going to try my best to be as light as possible because I think I might have put weight on this week. I am, however, trying to keep motivated, to keep in my mind that, woohoo, look at all these, look, I've achieved those. So maybe I might have a bad week, but some weeks you do have bad weeks, and I need to keep this in mind, because obviously it's a marathon, not a sprint, isn't it? This week I am taking this for the Slimmer of the Week basket, my book and card, so I can face D-Day. I'm taking my own shopping bag as well because I desperately need to buy some bars. Better pack my purse because I think I'm going to this week sign up to the 6-week countdown. I'm hoping that takes me up to my holiday. And I think you get a free book or something with like recipe ideas and stuff, so I may as well do that. Yeah, that's it. I'm now just sat waiting for the kids to actually come with me. I don't know if they're going to make it down in time. I'm going to give them till dead on 8:30, and if they're not here, I'm going out. And finally in the car, the kids are finally ready. Ready for Fat Club tea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You told me you're not mentally stable enough.
Yeah, he's going to call us fat regardless. In it, mate.
Oh my God, we faced the scales and not died. I'm not gonna lie, I've been terrified about getting weighed. Absolutely petrified. Anyway, the results are in, and oh, let me think you there. So, as a treat, because I keep going off plan so much, and I do keep going off plan, and it's like almost a bit of a habit. I do some stuff that keeps me motivated. So there's my little thing, my holiday countdown, where I'm trying to get to 5 stone loss, and I've like got how many weeks left. It's like the last 10 weeks countdown. I go online and I watch loads of like weight loss transformations and things. I love to cook, so I enjoy buying the Slimming World cookbooks and looking through them. I bought myself the Slimming World magazine this week in group. I've also paid for an extension 6-week countdown, which should take me up to my holiday. What else have I done? Or I've bought an absolute ton, like literally a ton of, do you know, the hi-fi bars and things like that to keep me, Tia and Lily on track, because if you do feel like something sweet, it's like a treat that's not really a treat, and I don't really feel deprived if I'm eating those. So we went to Slimming World today, and I didn't win Slimmer at Week, neither did Tia or Lily. We didn't get the raffle prize. Somebody won that, but just not one of us three. My mum didn't come with me. This morning it was hard to pull Lily out of bed. She was an absolute nightmare, but I made her come because I feel like she's been a bit off track and a bit off piece. I think we're ending school, new transitions, new beginnings, going to a new college and starting a new job, and it being a prom and stuff. I think it's been hard for her to like get back on it, but thankfully she wants to come. I've bought her another 6-week countdown, which she's requested and she's wanted, which I think is quite cool. So we got weighed. The book of pain. I'm saying book of pain, but actually the scales were really good to me. I can't believe it, but this week getting weighed, I have lost, after all that horrendousness, and I don't lie, this is not me lying, I genuinely am being honest on like when I'm doing recordings, I've lost £3. Like, absolutely shocked. £3 I've lost. This lady at Slimming World, I love how she fills my book in. She even writes when I get awards and stuff. So today's weighing is here. I now weigh 20 stone 9 pounds. I lost £3 this week, and that takes me to 4 stone 6.5. So if I'm at 4 stone 6.5, that means that if I can lose £0.5 this week, I get my 4.5 stone award, which fills me with complete and utter joy, because then I can lose the last £7 to get to my 5 stone award, and that is where I want to be for the 1st of September when I go on holiday, and I cannot tell you how determined I am to get there. I'm over the moon. Tia lost, she did amazing, because she's also not been like really, really good. I think Tia lost £2.5 and Lily lost £1.5. So we've all lost, we've all done, like, I think that's amazing. Nobody's feeling really deprived and sad or anything. I'm not gonna like, oh, do you know what else has happened this week as well? While I was away, Karen was a bit like, I don't agree with Slimming World. I don't really see how it works, and she was big on calorie counting. We ended up having a good chat, and I don't know whether, I hate even saying this because it actually makes me cringe a bit to say it, but I don't know whether, because I've done it and I've lost 4 stone, I might have slightly inspired her. Doesn't that sound weird saying that? That sounds stupid. Anyway, she's joining Slimming World, and I'm really glad because I think it'll really help and, do her good. So she joined yesterday, so she's got her first week to do, which I think that's amazing. She's doing, just taking that jump to go and do it after being a bit against it, if I'm going to be honest. I think it's quite brave and quite good. So I've got fingers crossed that Karen has an amazing loss this week. I've so many people I've took to Slimming World and genuinely should be on Slimming World commission. I didn't get a penny for it. I didn't get anything, which you should change that actually. Do you know, if you bring a friend to Slimming World, you should get a week for free. And even if they're not coming to your group, you should be able to prove that you brought them, or they should have a referral code or something where you get a free week, because I don't know, I just think you should. So we have lost and I'm on my way. Oh, what else happened to me? I just keep forgetting. Honestly, I'm so autistic. I squirrel from one thing to another. It's crazy. So I do apologise if nothing ever flows and makes sense. I've decided to sell my clothes that don't fit me anymore. Yes, that is right. Some of my clothes don't fit me anymore. I've not seen a change all the way across me really trying to lose weight, and in the last 17 weeks. Stuff like my jeans were really baggy and were falling down my backside. I've got new pants as well because they were really baggy. I do need new bras, but I've not been measured yet. I'm not quite confident enough to do that. But like there were some dresses that I would just never wear anyway. I didn't really like them. And some tops that were just getting too big, and jumpers that I'd bought myself because I would just buy myself in size, like just a size that actually fit me, and I didn't actually love them. So I put a dress on yesterday. It's like a tunic with gold trim. That used to be up to my knee, like that's the length of it. And now I've lost weight, it comes right down to my calf. It's like really long. Anyway, I've listed and sold some things on Vinted. And I think so far I have sold £80 worth of clothes, and there's £80 in my bank, like in the Vinted account. It's such an easy app to use, and I couldn't recommend it enough. My plan is, because I'm still wanting to lose weight and I've got a long journey, I don't want to buy and spend a lot on clothes all the time. I'm going to buy them if I need them, but overall I'm trying to avoid it. So I've sold on Vinted, and I'm actually like now buying stuff on Vinted. You're not going to believe what I've got. Like for two reasons, you're not going to believe what I've got. Got a pair of Levi's jeans that have only cost me £12, brand new with the tag, and that's unbelievable enough on its own. The second thing that you're not going to believe is not only have I got Levi jeans, they are a size 22. So at the start of this journey, I was wearing a 4XL from Shein, which is a 24. Maybe I were a size 26. I'm not sure because everything was stretchy and baggy. So I've got these Levi jeans in a size 22, and they only bloody fit me. That is correct. Like, I haven't seen any change. I've lost this 4 stone and I've been wearing the same clothes and not really seen any difference, and everybody around me has seen difference. Well, I haven't. So anyway, I bought these in a size 22 Levi jeans, and I was like, oh my God, I've actually dropped some dress sizes and I can't wait. Like, I never would have bought Levi jeans before because I never ever would have thought. I wouldn't have even looked or bothered with myself enough to buy myself them, thinking they'd just never fit me. And now I've got a pair of Levi's jeans that fits me. And actually, they do plus sizes. So I don't know why I've never bought myself some before. But I just like the change that for me is pretty good anyway. So when we went shopping with Karen, we went into Peacocks, and I hadn't had a chance to try anything on because I'm always busy. And to be honest, I put it off because I don't like clothes shopping because nothing ever fits. Went into Peacocks and I tried on some wide leg linen trousers, size 22, thinking that's what size I am. Put them on, and don't get me wrong, do you know what? The sizing in shops is so different for everywhere. It's ridiculous. That should be standardised across the board. Anyway, this size 22 were like, I'm not saying it was big by any stretch. I could have walked around in them. They weren't falling off my arse, but they were quite big. So they didn't have a size 20. Oh, bloody flies in this weather. It does my head in. They didn't have a size 20 in the trousers that I wanted to buy. So then I thought, well, sod it. I'm just going to try some 20s on and see how far I've got to go. Picked up a size 20 in a different, like, they were like linen-y style, but the more tapered leg rather than wide leg. Tried them on, and they actually fastened around my waist, and they were all right. So size 20 in Peacock actually fitted me, which is unbelievable for me, and makes me feel completely over the moon. And then, but the trousers weren't very good because I have really, really fat legs. Like, I am really heavy on my legs. It's a bit weird, actually, how fat my legs are. I literally hate them. My legs hate them. If I could pay to replace them, I would. But so I couldn't buy them because the styling, it just looked ridiculous. But the wide legs in a size 20 I think would have fitted me, and that means I could have bought a size 20, which is absolutely brilliant. And it kind of makes sense because, like, in general, the weight that I am, that stone bracket, is around where I am in a clothes size. So at the minute I'm just above a 20. When I've got to 20 stone, when I get there, that's positive mental attitude. I will be a dead set size 20. So hopefully when I drop another 2 stone and get to like, oh my God, have you heard? I'm talking like I'm going to do it and I've not done that in ages. Like, it's a bit unbelievable that I would ever be looking to getting out of the 20s and maybe thinking about being a size 18 and 18 stone. And you know, to everybody else, like, if anybody watches this, you'll think I'm bloody crazy because that is not an achievement for some people. But you know, for me, it's the fact that I'm talking about it as though I can achieve it is unbelievable for me. Anyway, so hopefully if I can get down to 18 stone eventually, I will be a size 18. And that will mean I can nearly shop everywhere in terms of clothes. So then after that, obviously, I'll aim for the 16s. But that just seems like it's a bit of a million miles away. But to be fair, so did the 20, like getting out of the 20s on the scales, and I'm not that far off. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting because I've just talked at 100 miles an hour. It's been a really good week. I had an amazing weekend, cheated. I've just got on the scales and it's just been brilliant. I am now going to try my best to get to that 4.5 stone next week, which is only £0.5 pound. So if I don't do it, somebody needs to smash me around face or something, because surely I can lose £0.5 pound in a week. So wish me luck.